to Whistleblowers, where we throw the flag on the hottest topics in sports.
Blowing the whistle on all the foul balls, shanked kicks, and general sports ridiculousness from around the country. But first, the stories we're not leading with.
Butt slapping on the professional level. Exactly what kind of message is it sending to our kids?
Butt slapping on the amateur level. Why can't our kids just get it right? Steroids and diving. It's not a problem yet, but maybe it's just the kind of controversy the sport needs.
Bleacher seats. Horrible design flaw or intentionally uncomfortable?
Where do LaDog James and Stefan Puri rank among the best pet names of 2016? Can anyone dethrone Iron Mike Bison?
Don't want to be home where those buffalo roam. Not these topics, plus so many others.
Let's throw it to the panel. But first, highlights from my 50-part interview with legendary referee Skip McCaffrey.
Back then, we didn't have any whistles. You had a blade of grass in your pocket, you pulled it out, you put it between your thumbs, and you blew on it. Where could you go from one airport to the other by one train? Where could you go from one baseball stadium, one train? You can't do that anywhere.
Greetings, panel, and thanks for joining the Whistleblowers. Today's topic, the Super Bowl. Should the day after the Super Bowl be a federal holiday? Let's start with you, diehard sports bra.
This is exactly what I've been talking about to anyone that'll listen at the local Chili's bar. Super Bowl Monday has all the hallmarks of a beautiful holiday celebration, all right? Think about it. You're sitting around the TV with your friends and family. You're avoiding any kind of meaningful conversation, and you're stuffing your gullet full of food.
Plus, you get really hammered.
Duh.
I think our kids have enough school days off already. I don't think that we need to add another for a sport that glorifies violence.
And is really boring.
You think so, indifferent friend who can't stop talking about the 9-layer bean dip?
It's amazing. The guacamole is so zesty. How do they do it?
You know what I hear is you soak the onions in the lemon juice, then add the avocado.
Makes sense.
Speaking of food, potato with a face, you're always a hot commodity at these type of events. What's your take?
Well, obviously the game hits pretty close to home. Every year I see a lot of good friends get mashed up and spit out during the big bowl.
You are delicious when salted and fried.
It's a blessing and a curse.
So what do you think about Super Bowl Monday?
I mean, it sounds like way more fun than Columbus Day.
Columbus Day sucks.
What kind of message are we sending to our children if we just keep switching around holidays whenever we feel like it? Kids need stability and structure, especially when it comes to knowing what days we have off from school's stability and structure.
How about a day to celebrate the arts? I mean, Gilbert and Sullivan have at least 50 songs that are great for Super Bowl Monday.
Uh-oh. Call the fire department. We got a 4-alarm hot take.
Sometimes after a touchdown, I'll just start singing. I am the very model of a modern major general. Life information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. You know how it goes. Yeah. In short, it matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. Hey!
I was in the Pirates of Penzance in 5th grade.
Yes!
I am the Pirate King.
He is a pirate king. It is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
Coop, since this is a government issue, I would really like to weigh in.
Whatever.
First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge Off-Broadway Joe's point that we should be proud of any event that honors America.
That wasn't my point.
I want to thank everyone from her young and expressive generation and the generation before her for all of their hard work and sacrifices they made back in the dark ages so that we could spend our Sundays watching a bunch of overgrown children mangle their bodies so some corporate leeches can sell another bag of processed cancer to a mob of obese do-nothings who'd rather be airlifted off their sofas than spend a moment of free time actually exercising.
Talk less, bruh.
I don't like you.
I get that a lot.
I don't like sour cream and onion dip or ranch dressing.
Don't bring ranch into this. You carbs are the real problem.
Can we just take food off the table?
Don't touch that bean dip.
Even though I may show some fake concern about football's long documented history of debilitating physical and neurological carnage,
Coop, you wanna wrap
I'd
this guy
never,
up?
and I repeat, I'd never let that dampen my enthusiasm for the organization as an entertainment partner or campaign contributor.
In the interest of me losing interest, let's wrap this up. Joe, you want to sing us out?
Absolutely. I'm called Little Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup.
Today's new phrase is shame cycle, commonly associated with that feeling that comes over one when one has spent all day wantonly shoving food into one's pie hole at a professional sporting event. For example, after eating 2 hot dogs, a pretzel, popcorn, peanuts, cheese fries, nacho hat, and a small plastic helmet of those ice cream dots, Kevin decided to go for the shame cycle and choke down an entire box of Cracker Jacks.
I like chocolate cake with like ice cream on it on the road, but now I can't have that. I got lactose now. Chocolate goes.
And finally, a conversation with Nino Spordello, the reclusive genius behind this year's electric halftime show.
Thank you, Nino, for sitting down with me. You are the visionary for the 2016 halftime show.
I'm like a choreographer, creative director, showman, showrunner. And it all sort of comes together in a halftime show ether.
Kind of like a Super Bowl anesthesiologist.
I like to look at myself as an entertainment philosopher.
That makes sense. What does it take to put on a show of this magnitude?
What does it take to stage a halftime show? I think the easier question to answer was, what does it not take to stage a halftime show?
So what does it not take?
It's one of those less is more sort of things. Like at first you're thinking, how can they make a show with all this crap, literally crap? But then when you see it all together, you will be speechless. You will have no words. Kaboom.
Rumor has it that you've broken up your day into 8-minute increments. You eat for 8 minutes? You only sleep for 8 minutes? You salt your food for 8 minutes. Why is that?
A lot of people don't think about this, but everything has to come through the tunnels. And I have 8 minutes to put it on the field. So I'm thinking, how much shit can I get on the field in 8 minutes?
Fascinating.
Can I put an elephant through a tunnel? Sure, I can put a whole army of them. Would I? No, that's inhumane.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of your 8-minute sleep cycle and worry about topping last year's show?
I asked Beyonce if she'd dance in one of those shark costumes because they were really popular last year, and she said no. So that's out.
Well, she is already the queen bee. Is it bee or bay? I never.
She has a great sense of smell, and I imagine that those costumes are pretty stinky.
You know I'm gonna ask this. How would you describe this year's show?
Bold. Sexual. Exhausting.
So, a scale of 1 to 10, how does this rate as a Nino Spordello production?
I give myself a C- at best on anything I do.
A little birdie told me that you've already signed on for next year.
Lips are sealed. I can't tell.
That Nino is an American treasure. For Cooper Lee, I'm Harlan Van.
That's all the time we have for now. Tune in next time where we'll be teeing up golf pants. Is there such a thing as too much microfiber? We'll be interviewing 2 seamstresses to find out.
I like to walk. I walk a lot.